Chapter 13, 66, Duke Long Awakens. Translator, Atlas Studios. Editor, Atlas Studios. Heavenly Court had its concerns, but what these concerns were, star constellation, heaven's will did not state clearly. After saying everything, star constellation, heaven's will vanished into thin air. Oh, Z-Way, don't look at me. Even though I have lived longer, I do not know as many secrets as you think I do. I'll tell you the truth. This is only the second time I've seen star constellation, heaven's will appear on its own. Duke Long sighed deeply. After pausing for a while, he continued, "We need to believe in star constellation, heaven's will, and do as she says. We will definitely win this time. This is our fate." Duke Long's unwavering determination rubbed off on Fairy Z-Way. In Heavenly Court's actions later, it went according to star constellation. Heaven's will's instructions, Duke Long and the rest did not defy her. While Heaven Overseeing Tower moved in White Heaven, it was obstructed by Purple Mountain True Monarch's methods. It was carrying Duke Long, Fairy Z-Way, and other Gu immortals of the 10 great ancient sects joining in this crucial battle. Fang Yuan's analysis was correct. Even though he did not understand why Heavenly Court refused to send more Gu immortals, this did not stop him from seeing through this detail. Precisely so, Fang Yuan made the decision to use the Super Gu formation to help Ying Wuxi and affect the battle between Duke Long and Purple Mountain True Monarch. Using Treasure Yellow Heaven, Fang Yuan successfully obtained an information path Gu worm from Ying Wuxi. This information path Gu worm allowed him to talk directly to Purple Mountain True Monarch. Fang Yuan helped Ying Wuxi so as to gain Shadow Sect's initial trust. Otherwise, how could he get this Gu worm? This Gu worm and Purple Mountain True Monarch had a close relationship. With it, he would have a crucial clue and would be able to deduce matters on Purple Mountain True Monarch. Thus, these Gu worms were usually kept very closely to oneself. Only in this situation would Purple Mountain True Monarch give this information path Gu worm to Fang Yuan. During normal times, they would definitely need to set an information path alliance agreement. After getting the information path Gu worm, Purple Mountain True Monarch contacted Fang Yuan and said, "Fang Yuan, I need to thank you. Purple Mountain True Monarch is a great title. Thanks for bestowing it. I like it." Fang Yuan did not expect that the lie he used to deceive Tai Bai Yunsheng would become reality one day. Purple Mountain True Monarch had well-honed interpersonal skills. Once he said that, the relationship between him and Fang Yuan became much closer. Fang Yuan laughed. "Then I'll call you Purple Mountain True Monarch. You have already felt my sincerity. We are working together. I am not the only one putting in effort. Now it is time for your side of the deal." Purple Mountain True Monarch attacked Duke Long fiercely while answering, "Okay, what do you want?" He knew what strength Fang Yuan had, but in this crucial moment, he did not hesitate at all. Fang Yuan answered, "Heavenly crystals. I want a large amount of heavenly crystals." Heavenly crystals were too hard to obtain. Even though they were sold in Treasure Yellow Heaven, they were rare and in small quantities. Fang Yuan's needs were not satisfied. But Shadow Sect had them. Fang Yuan did not doubt that. Even though Shadow Sect was greatly damaged and lost a lot, it did not lack resources. Fang Yuan could see this during his pursuit of Ying Wuxi and gang. As expected, Purple Mountain True Monarch answered, "Okay, I have a lot of heavenly crystals. They can be given to you to express my sincerity." You want heavenly crystals to nurture the upper extreme heavenly eagle? This is a sound idea. Reverse flow protection seal cannot be used recklessly. But even if you turn the upper extreme heavenly eagle into a true immemorial desolate beast, you might not be able to control it. I know about your enslavement path method, but don't worry, I have a method for you to control the upper extreme heavenly eagle. Purple Mountain True Monarch's words made Fang Yuan overjoyed and also incredibly amazed. Purple Mountain True Monarch was very generous. He gave up the heavenly crystals to gain Fang Yuan's support without hesitation. He was already in a passive state, thus when he said his later words, the method to control upper extreme heavenly eagle, he lured Fang Yuan. This was turning his position from passive to active. As expected of a rank 8 wisdom path Gu immortal, his words were filled with wisdom. Fang Yuan felt the aura of an intense opponent. Fang Yuan was silent before saying, "Adding in another method to control the upper extreme heavenly eagle is fine. But now I have something more important to do." He said that as if he had some way to control the upper extreme heavenly eagle himself. This way, Purple Mountain. True Monarch's bargaining chip was not as significant, Purple Mountain. True Monarch smiled. "What is more important? That is, both of us need to enter a ceasefire now," Fang Yuan said. Shadow Sect would benefit from this matter. It was good for Fang Yuan too. Only Heavenly Court would not stand to gain from it. Immediately, Purple Mountain True Monarch gave his orders, recalling the Gu Immortals of Shadow Sect. Fang Yuan also sent orders, even though the southern border Gu Immortals did not understand it. Due to Wu Yahai's identity and his control of the Gu formation, they listened to him. Both sides began to separate. Shadow Sect had many losses. Only Ying Wuxi, Bai Ningbing, He Lu Lan, Fairy Miao Yin, and so on were left. Over its southern border, even though there were losses, they were not significant. Their numbers were not lacking. However, Shadow Sect's pure dream reality seeker physique bodies were still breaking out of the cocoons. The numbers were increasing as the dream realm continued to weaken and vanish. This situation was the worst for Heavenly Court. The difference in strength between both sides is shrinking. Now, what will Heavenly Court do? Fang Yuan was vigilant against Heavenly Court's actions. Duke Long was still sleeping, while Fairy Zi Wei was increasing her speed of taking over the Super Gu formation. Heaven Overseeing Tower was still entangled with Zuo Yehui. Boom! Zuo Yehui raised its left claw and jumped up, slamming Heaven Overseeing Tower to the ground. Heaven Overseeing Tower flickered with white light, being undamaged. Zuo Yehui opened its mouth and let out Grey Knight. Heaven Overseeing Tower used Fate Vanquish again. The two killer moves faced off. Grey Knight vanished in the white light as Zuo Yehui was pushed away with broken bones and tendons. But almost instantly, it used an immortal killer move and its injuries vanished. Regaining its peak condition, Zuo Yehui growled again and attacked Heaven Overseeing Tower with fury and hatred. There was a sigh in Heaven Overseeing Tower before it flew into the sky. Zuo Yehui had its flying killer move too. It flew into the sky and chased after Heaven Overseeing Tower. The Central Continent Gu Immortals in the tower had nervous and anxious expressions. "Damn it! This immemorial desolate beast is too sturdy. It is able to use killer moves. Heaven Overseeing Tower cannot deal with it in a short time. What do we do?" Lord Duke Long was targeted and fell into a dream realm, being attacked by the rank 8 demon. "We need to go. We need to send reinforcements to Lord Duke Long. If this goes on, it will not be good." But Lord Duke Long instructed before leaving that we need to stay inside Heaven Overseeing Tower. We cannot move rashly. Times are different now. There are rank 8 Gu Immortals among us. Now that Lord Duke Long is in danger, he has lost control of the battle. If we do not help him, Lord Duke Long will be in danger. After a short discussion, Heaven Overseeing Tower attacked, temporarily pushing Zuo Yehui back and creating a chance. Two Central Continent Gu Immortals took the chance to fly out of Heaven Overseeing Tower and move towards Duke Long. "Ha ha ha, 2 rats came out." Zuo Yehui laughed, a sinister light shining in its bestial eyes. It opened its bloodthirsty mouth. The two Central Continent Gu Immortals' bodies shook, as if they had encountered a predator. They felt an incredible danger and could not control themselves. Crack! Zuo Yehui shut its mouth. Even though it was far from these two Central Continent Gu Immortals, when its teeth connected, it was as if it had bitten these two Central Continent Gu Immortals. Blood flowed out of its mouth. At the same time, the two Central Continent Gu Immortals were spurting out blood. They were covered in terrifying wounds. Their organs were punctured. Their entire bodies looked completely deformed. This is a food path killer move. It is hard to defend against. Zuo Yehui has human intelligence. It knows how to use the tactic of targeting an enemy's weakness. Quick, bring the two back. Heaven Overseeing Tower quickly tried to save them, and because the two Central Continent rank 8s had methods to help themselves, They narrowly escaped death and were not eaten by Zuo Yahui. After escaping that danger, the Central Continent Gu immortals realized the terrifying power of Zuo Yahui. Indeed worthy of a legendary, immemorial, desolate beast, the beast that reckless savage left behind. But this way, how can we save Lord Duke Long? Bring Heaven Overseeing Tower in. It is too dangerous. If we are sent into a dream realm, we will lose Heaven Overseeing Tower. Can any of us bear that responsibility? While Central Continent's Gu immortals were discussing, Duke Long was in the greatest danger he had ever been in. Purple Mountain. True Monarch's methods were finally working. He broke through Duke Long's defenses. Break! Purple Mountain. True Monarch flew to Duke Long and spat out some purple gas. This mystical breath landed on Duke Long and dissolved all of his defenses. Immortal killer move. Brilliant will dissolution. Die! Purple Mountain. True Monarch's eyes shined with bright purple light. He used his killer move on Duke Long. But at this moment, Duke Long opened his eyes. Boom! There was a thunderous explosion. Purple Mountain. True Monarch flew out from the dust and smoke as Duke Long stood on the spot. He had woken up. How could he escape so quickly? Ying Wuxi was greatly shocked. He quickly used Lead Soul and Dream. Purple Mountain. True Monarch had a bad feeling. Duke Long had woken up at a very coincidental time. He wanted to stop Ying Wuxi, but it was too late. Duke Long vanished instantly, and Ying Wuxi received the backlash of the killer move. He had fallen into the dream himself. This move seems to be called Lead Soul into Dream. It is a good move. If I had more time, I would be able to decipher its profundity. Duke Long spoke. As the vigilant appearance of Purple Mountain True Monarch was reflected in his cold dragon eyes, Duke Long continued speaking. As for you, if your methods are only at this level, you will not be able to handle my next move. Because this was created by Primordial Origin Immortal Venerable. Duke Long cultivated Chi Path primarily and Transformation Path secondarily. At this moment, he was finally going to use his true methods.